Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blackblade and welcome back to my channel. And for today, we are going to be checking out the new monk build for the brand new season 4 of Diablo 3 RoS. Now, this build will be, insane when it comes to dishing out damage. In fact, in all of the seasons or in all of the time that I've been playing Diablo 3, this has been, the highest DPS that I have ever attained ever. So let's get into the build. But before that, let's get into the gear first. Alright, so the thing that's going to make the monk deal as much damage as possible or as high as possible is the set of Shenlong Spirit, mainly the Relentless Assault and the Fist of Legend. Now, why this is because that if you have the 2-piece set bonus, you get a 1.5% increased damage for each spirit that you have, and that's going to be insane considering that you can get especially if you can get a really huge spirit pool, and add to that, once we get the maximum spirit of 100%, we get an increased 100% damage. So that's going to be at least a couple of seconds that we get the 1.5% increased damage while we get that 100% additional increased damage when we get that perfect, or when we get our spirit at max. But if you saw a while ago, the only setback to this is that we get a 65 spirit degeneration every second once we get that maximum maximum spirit. So in order to circumvent that, we're going to be needing almost, or if not 100% uptime for our epiphany, and at the same time a huge attack speed to our spirit generators. So yeah, if you can see, hold on, let me just put that at max. So after we get the 300, as you can see, the 300 max, 330 max spirit, it degenerates to 65 per second. So that's going to be a huge degenerative value when it comes to our damage. So once we reach that max, that's the time that we're going to be needing to dish out as much damage as possible. So add to that, we're going to be needing the 2-piece set bonus of Raiment of 1,000 Storms, mainly the feet and then the shoulders for this. Now, the reason why we need that is our main damage is going to be a spirit generator. So the additional 25% increase attack speed and the 300% increase damage that we get from the Raiment of 1,000 Storms will boost our damage significantly. The next important factor will be the ring. The ring that we're going to be using is the combination of Bastion's Will, which is the focus on the restraint. Now, what that's going to do is we get an additional 100% increased damage after we use a spirit spending skill and the spirit generating skill. So yeah, that's going to be important. The next would be the Leoric's Crown, which will allow us to further increase our cooldown reduction. Mainly what we're going to shoot for is 100% uptime for our epiphany, which I still don't have. It's actually pretty hard to attain. So yeah, if you can get it as high as possible, mainly on your rings, on your gloves, on your shoulders, and then of course the Leoric's Crown. And then for our belt, we are going to be using the Witching Hour for this one, mainly to just dish out as much damage as possible. And for our pants and our chest piece, you're going to be using the 2-piece of Juliana's Heart. That is to apply Exploding Palm every third strike of our spirit generator, which will make our clear speed of maps quite significantly fast. When it comes to our bracers, in order for us to do higher level torments, specifically I'm on torment level 9 now. 10 is actually pretty hard, simply because again, I don't have a 100% increase, 100% uptime when it comes to my epiphany, so I'm only doing torment 9. Every third strike of or every time we use our spirit generator, we reduce our damage taken by 32% for 3 seconds. So that's going to help a lot when it comes to our survivability. And for our our gloves and our amulet, you can choose whatever you want. But then the reason that I'm using this Sunwukong set is that I actually got a perfect roll for this one, a perfect roll for critical hit damage, critical strike chance, or critical hit chance, and a cooldown reduction of for all of our skills. So that's the only reason that I'm using that one. Plus we get a 1000% weapon damage bonus when we use our cyclone strike. As you can see there, we have a clone, so the additional damage bonus will be great. And of course, when it comes to our amulet, what you'd really want to roll there is your critical hit damage, high critical strike hit chance, and then of course your primary stat, which is dex, and then a socket. So that's the only reason why I'm using that one. But you can use a elemental damage mitigation amulet if you choose. So that's about it, I guess. So when it comes to our gems, we are going to be using the Bane of the Trapped, simply because this gives us a flat damage increase bonus of all of the gems. This one's the highest. For our next gem, since we are going to be using primarily a spirit generator, we are going to be using the Simplicity Strength for this one. What this does is it actually increases our primary skills a lot. As you can see here, it's at 47%. Plus we get a healing buff, or a healing life on hit at 2% of our life on hit, which is why one of the things that we need to roll is a huge life on hit on our gloves or on any part of our gear, in order for that to effectively work. And the final skill gem that we're going to be using is the Gogok of Swiftness for the additional 15% cooldown reduction. Again, this will be a cooldown reduction build. Now, when it comes to our stats, we are doing 1,081,000 when it comes to our TPS. But don't be fooled. We're actually doing 700 million when it comes to our critical hit damage. Crit hit chance is at 50.50%. Our crit hit damage is at 543%. All of our resistances is at 1.1k and above. Our life pool is at 570k, which is also one of the reasons why I can't do T10 yet. In order for us to do a really good run at T10, or perform really well at T10, is that we need a minimum of 600k life. Alright, so what else? Our movement speed is maxed up. Alright, so when it comes to our Kanai gear, our weapon of choice will be the Flying Dragon. The reason that we're going to be using this one is that once this one procs, we'll be generating spirit a lot faster, which means that we can max out our spirit, or we can have an uptime of almost 100% when the Flying Dragon procs. Although if you don't have the Flying Dragon, the next item that you'll be needing is the Furnace instead, so that you get the 50% increase damage bonus when it comes to the elites. The next will be the Death Diggers. Now this will be great because it increases our primary resource damage by 100%, an additional 100%. And the next will be Unity. Of course, when you're going to be using the Unity, you'll need to have another Unity for your followers. At the same time, have them with the relic that the followers cannot die. With the followers cannot die mod. Now, when it comes to our Paragon levels, max out your movement speed, add everything to dexterity. Offense, dump everything on cooldown reduction, and then next will be critical strike chance or hit chance, and then next will be critical hit damage, and then attack speed. For utility, first will be area damage, and then next will be life on hit, and then probably gold find, and then resource cost deduction. Now for the build itself, whew. Alright, so the skill that we are going to be using is the Crippling Wave with the Rising Tide. Now, the reason that we're going to be using this is that I think this one has the highest additional spirit gain when we get hit, at 2.5 additional spirit gain on hit there when it comes to the Rising Tide. The next will be Blinding Flash. Now this will be good so that once we get the 100% damage bonus on all of the buffs that we get, that's the time that we're going to execute the Blinding Flash, so that we deal a 29% increased damage for 3 seconds, which will buff up our damage some more. The next will be Dashing Strike with the rune Blinding Speed for the 40% increased dodge chance. And the this is actually entirely optional. What you'd want that next is either that or choose the Inner Sanctuary with the, where is it? Either with the Sanctified Ground or the Forbidden Palace, so that monsters take an additional 30% damage, and their movement speed is reduced by 80%. Or what else? Or maybe you could play around with Safe Heaven also, so that your heal amount will be increased by 30%. So that's about it. So when it comes to the next would be Cyclone Strike with the Implosion. Now you can play around with Implosion or the Wall of the Wind. Preferably, I prefer to use the Implosion instead, so that we could have a wider range of area when it comes to pulling enemies towards us. Or you could go with the Wall of Wind, so that you get the frozen for 1.5 seconds after they pull in, which is actually a little bit defensive if you want to go with that route. The next will be Epiphany with the Desert Shroud. No questions asked. This will allow us to be much more tankier at a damage reduction of 50%. The next will be Mat of Salvation with the Perseverance rune. This is to, of course, increase our resistance by an additional bonus of 40%. For our passive skill, we are going to be using the Harmony, again to further increase our resistances. Of course, Exalted Soul for the additional 50 Spirit and the 50 Spirit regen of 4 per second. The next will be Alacrity. Now this will be your kind of like optional. You can choose whatever you want. For me, I chose Alacrity because I want the additional 15% increased attack speed. Or you could go with Resolve if you want to go with a little bit defensive. Either Resolve or maybe go with Sixth Sense. And finally, the Beacon of Ether. Again, this will be a cooldown reduction build, so the Beacon of Ether will be great for the build. Alright, so I guess I've tackled everything. Let's get into some gameplay. Again, this is going to be we're going to be playing at Torment level 9, and let's go. Whew. Alright, so again, I apologize guys if I haven't uploaded anything for quite some time. The reason behind that is, again, this is a gear-based build, so we're going to be needing, as much or at least a perfect roll when it comes to our gear. Also, pay attention to the damage. I'm not going to be paying attention to it. Basically, I'm going to be paying attention on not dying in this game. Alright, so that was our first elite pack. Alright, so this is our second elite pack right here. So as you can see, 500, 600 right there. Oh, whoa, hold on. So by the time that we are able to proc the Flying Dragon, that's the time that we're going to be seeing insane amount of damages. All right, here we go. Next elite pack. All right, 500, 400. We haven't reached the 700 threshold yet. Sorry about that. All right, so let's look for some more elite packs. Sometimes the map rolls with not much elite packs. So I hope this is not that map. Alright, so we have some more elite packs right here.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Alright, 700 right there. Alright, so that's that. Look for some more elite packs. Alright, here we go.
It is not ready yet.
Alright, 600 right there. So yeah, sometimes the Flying Dragon procs. It actually procs a lot. And that's the only time that we're going to see, some insane damage. But then, 500 and 400 M DPS is already a lot in my opinion. Alright, hold on. Here we go. Whoa, hold on. Shit, I forgot that those guys explode. we can tank the explosion. I've already tried it, and yeah, not unless we get the not unless we get or we have our life at 600k. That's the only time that we could tank it. But if not, it will be impossible to tank it. Hold on, where am I going the wrong way? Son of a bitch. Alright, I may need to cut the video just to, shorten the length of walk time. Yeah, it's pretty slow. I did try the Ingium set, or no, the Ingium build. What that does is, it makes your dashing strike do a lot of damage. So that's basically a dashing strike build. So yeah, it also does a lot of DPS, basically one-shotting everything. So I may go with that route, or with my next build, I should say. Oh my god! This is again a dead end. What the friggin...
Cannot be done.
What? 2 dead ends? Oh, hold on. Alright, finally we're progressing. Hold on. Alright, sorry, there is another elite. Sorry about the cut, guys. I really needed to cut it.
A vicious strike. That ability is not
Because I don't want to waste time. Oh, mighty belt. Mighty belt? Really? Oh my god, dead end again. What the hell is going on here?
what you are.
Alright, I'm mainly targeting elites right now. Alright, there's an elite pack right there. Come on, let's go. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's do this. 500, 600, right there. God, I really love the 800. Did you guys see that on the last hit? That was 800. Woo! God, I really love this build. It's the highest DPS build that I've ever done. I don't know if any other builds out there can actually match this high DPS of a build. All right, so let's go to another area right here. God, I really love it. Oops, we're not going to get any pylons just to showcase the build. We're not going to be able to showcase the build if we get... Oh my god! Let's just kill this, guys. Yeah, then the monsters really... oh my god, and then the elite pack up shows up. Okay, but I've used up my epiphany, but it's still up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, that's it. God, it's really hot. Okay, so nothing there. Let's get rid of these guys. So yeah, mostly that's why I chose the dashing strike instead of the inner sanctuary. Is because I sometimes I really just want to go fast through the maps. All right, here we go. Another elite pack. Come on, DPS rise! All right. God, I really love this. Okay, next area. The highest Grift that I was able to do was I think 43. Yeah, and considering that I've been playing for quite some time, I haven't really gotten any good ancients yet. In my gear, I only have 2 ancient gears. Yeah, I only have 2. 1 ring and on the 1 weapon. But when it comes to other parts of my gear, I don't have it. I don't know if you saw that. I think that was 800 DPS, 800M. The build really starts to become OP once the flying dragon procs, and that's why I love it. Oh shit, pressed it the wrong time. Anyway. Alright, so I really want to end the video, so let's just kill some monsters, I guess. I mean regular white mobs. No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. Alright, so let's just move to the next level. I guess 1 more elite pack will do. Come on, baby. Come on over, baby. No elite packs over there. Let's just skill these monsters. Come on, 1 more elite pack.
I need spirit.
God, what is going on? Anyway, can't believe I'm still getting these things from here. Daibo. Oh, nice! Flying dragon. Alright, here we go. This is the boss already, but let's kill the elite packs first. Alright, elite pack is dead. Then we can focus on the boss. 500, 600, 700, 600 again, 600, 700, 500. Whoa. And 400, 300, and 500. Alright, so that was a quick kill right there. So again, before I end the video, let me know what you guys think about the build in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next one in my video. Have a good one. I suddenly realized that, alright, that is the boss. I suddenly realized that I don't have any ball spark. which is really bad. Oops, what am I doing? Alright, so the boss is not that hard.